today we're going to be focusing on vibrato, because it's really going to help you out in your Scarlatti, especially the first movement, because it's really slow.
Mm-hmm.
So when we're playing the cello, what we want to focus on is, instead of violin vibrato, which is kind of horizontal, it's going to be more vertical.
Okay.
So I like to think about it like you're shaking up a soda can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the term Wexler used.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
That's
So
right.
I prefer to use my second finger, because I just find it to be a lot easier. Because when you're playing the cello, your thumb should be across from your second finger.
Okay.
And your thumb is what you're going to pivot on, like this. So if we're going to do an F natural for this. And we're going to start out just kind of wobbling on the notes. You want to give that a try?
Yeah, I'll give it a try.
Good.
Like that?
Yep, and you're on your thumb joint, which is really good. And that's going to help you get the nice rocking motion. Alright, so now we can try to get a little faster. I'm going to have your elbow out so your whole arm can kind of move together with the wrist.
Okay, so.
Great, that sounds really good. Alright, so I'm thinking we can do it with our C scale. We'll just do it in really slow half notes so we can be working on our intonation and working on our vibrato at the same time. So,
2 octaves?
Yeah, we're going to do it in 2 octaves in position. Alright, so I'll hold you with drone C, and you can get some vibrato on top. That was really good. A lot of your notes are really clear with your vibrato. I noticed sometimes when you go to your third finger, you kind of do a little finger vibrato instead of wrapping your arm kind of around the cello and getting the whole hand and wrist into that.
Okay.
But that was really good. So let's go over the intonation on your C scale. Has Wexler talked about throwing the dart with you guys?
A little bit.
Okay.
And I know you've mentioned it before too.
Right.
So.
Throwing the dart is basically, like I said before, it's you know where your note is, and you want to go. So when I'm up here on the F, my next note I know is the G. So I want to hear the G in my head and go right to it. So, and it's right. If you're a little flat, you land here. Don't slide to it, and then go back and do it again. So let's focus on one shift at a time. We'll play it together, and when we get to the G, we're going to hold it, and then listen for our open G.
Okay.
Okay, so C, D, E, F, and now. Good, check with open G. Good. Alright, so let's continue up, and we're going to stop on the C this time. So G, G. Stop on F this time. That's fine. And that one's going to be a little bit of a bigger shift than you're doing. Because you're going from third position back to second position, but it's F natural. So it's a whole step instead of the half step that you shifted from your B to your C. So keep that in mind. Alright, so that's something to think about when you're going over your scales, is just not sliding around for them, but go back and do it again and make sure you're hearing all your shifts. Both of that was really good.
Yes.
And when you're doing vibrato on your scales, you're not supposed to obviously do vibrato this way, but wait till you get the note first before you vibrate, until you're comfortable with intonation, and then you can do that. So
that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. Alright, so do you want to try the scale one more time?
Yeah.
Alright, and you can do it without a drum this time.
Alright, so.
your tone is really nice. You have a rich sound in your lower strings, and it wasn't too airy on top. And you went back and you fixed all your shifts, and the second time you did them, they were perfect.
Cool.
So that's a really good job.
Nice.
All right, so happy Halloween, Dr. Wexler.